Kayla and welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a book haul, and what I did not realize prior to preparing for this book haul is that this is actually specifically just a romance book haul because I apparently have only acquired romance books since my last book haul in January? Question mark? Let's say January. But yeah, I have a bunch of romance books here. I'm gonna show them to you, tell you why I bought them, tell you if I read them, la-di-da-di-da, exciting news. As you can see by my empty romance shelf, can you see it? I think you can. Basically, there's a lot of holes here on this shelf, and that's because now it's basically full because I keep buying books. Look. Indigo had this promotion where if you pre-ordered a book, you got 500 bonus points. So then I was like, well, let me pre-order some books that I'm anticipating. And I lost control, and now I just keep getting books in the mail, forgetting that I pre-ordered them. Like, it's a problem, but also it's like not a problem because I just keep getting surprise gifts for myself. There's still a few more that I have pre-ordered that, you know, they haven't released yet, so I haven't got them. But I thought this, you know, it's been a few months. Let's talk about the books that are joining the collection. The first two I have here are books 2 and 3 in Elsie Silver's Chestnut Spring series. I got Heartless and I got Powerless. I'm currently reading Powerless. I have, I want to say like 100-ish pages left. Yeah, about 100 pages left. Maybe I'll finish this today, later today. This book, maybe. I read Flawless, the first book in Chestnut Springs, and really enjoyed it. Read Heartless, gave this 5 stars. Reading Powerless, going very well. I want to say I'm probably leaning 4.5. Like, it's not quite 5 for me just because there's a few things that I'm just like, about. But it is really good. I feel like this is a lot of people's favorite, Powerless, and I can see why. This is definitely very steamy. The steam is high. But now, because Powerless is kind of introducing the characters from the Gold Rush Ranch series, which I didn't realize like came before this one. And now the Gold Rush Ranch series is getting new covers that are going to be cute. And now that I've read Powerless, I kind of want to go back and read Gold Rush Ranch before continuing on in Chestnut Springs so that I know all the deets of what has happened to these characters that were like kind of introduced, because Powerless is like it's like a road trip romance. So they like road trip to Gold Rush Ranch, so then you kind of meet all of those characters briefly. And I'm just like, now I want to read it, and now there's new covers. So I'm like, do I just pre-order more books? Maybe I should do that. Then I have, oh, I'm twisting away. And then I have Unravel Me by Becka Mack. This is her 3rd book in the Playing for Keeps series. I have read this and it really was not my favorite book. I had very high hopes for this and the hopes were not met. Like, the book could not reach as high as the hopes were set, you know? I actually made like a rant review. It's not really like a rant review because I didn't hate this book. There's just like a lot of things that I found very comical to the point where it's like I can't give this more than a 3 stars because this is like, these things are happening. So if you want to experience a like very rambly, kind of off my rocker, spoiler filled review of this book, I do have a video of that. I actually just got this book in the mail like 2 days ago, and that is Collide by Bal Khabra. This is a debut novel by a Canadian author, I believe, and yeah, I really like pre-ordered it because it was a Canadian author, it was a romance, and the cover was cute. Like, I really like this green. And so far, I've been reading a lot of sports romances, and I've been liking the sports romances, so I thought this would be like a fun book to like, you know, support and read. I'm hoping I'll really like it. Maybe I'll read this one next, who knows? I haven't really planned my next read actually, but this could be up there on the list. Another book that I got in the mail 2 days ago because I forgot I pre-ordered it, The Dixon Rule by Elle Kennedy. This is the 2nd book. What is this called? The Campus Diaries series. I have the Graham Effect, and I bought the Graham Effect because I was like, oh, Elle Kennedy, I should read Elle Kennedy. And then after buying it, I realized that like apparently all of Elle Kennedy's Briar University series are like interconnected ongoing stories kind of in a way. Like there's a lot of like characters that come back into it, I think. So then I was like, can I not read this series yet? Which is why I started reading the off-campus series, and I bought the first 2 books in this series, The Deal and The Mistake. I think I read The Mistake for a reading vlog. I want to say I read The Mistake in a reading vlog, but honestly, I don't remember if I did or not. Maybe I didn't, and I just talked about it in a reading wrap-up, and I'm like losing my mind, because now I can't think of like what reading vlog I would have made where I read this. If I did read this for a video, it will be linked. If not, there's your answer. So yeah, I started reading the off-campus series, but of course I'm gonna have to read the rest of the off-campus series and then read Briar U so that I can then read Campus Diaries. So like, why did I pre-order this book? Like, why did I pre-order this book? Like, when am I gonna read this? Like, 3 years from now at this rate? But I own it. There it is. I bought it. But yes, I did read the first 2 off-campus books. They were both fun. Enjoyed both of them. Not like the most like favorite books ever, but definitely like a good fun time. Enjoyable read. Like the cute little sprayed edges. I like was wanting to read the off-campus series before, but then I hated the covers so much. I was like, I can't make myself do it. And then they got new covers. So then I'm like, okay, I'm in. You won me over. I will need to continue reading in this series soon. But again, like, I need to stop buying books. Like, I have enough to be reading. What's wrong with me? I now have a huge Elle Kennedy collection. And by huge, I mean 4 books. But like, I have like 10 books to read or something before I can even read this one. So who knows what I'm doing. I've lost my mind, like I said, to the pre-orders. The next book is one that I have read and I have loved, and I definitely have read it for a reading vlog. And that is Funny Story by Emily Henry. My first Emily Henry read. Not my first Emily Henry book I own, because I own Beach Read. Haven't read it yet, but I pre-ordered Funny Story. And then I read it and I loved it. So like, it wasn't a mistake. 100% the right decision by me to pre-order this book. Also, love the cover, love the colors, love the vibe. I did a reading vlog recently where I read new releases, and this was one of the books I read in said vlog. So if you want to see more of my thoughts, you know where to go. And then the last 2 books I have, why do I keep turning away? Like, what did I do to deserve this? The last 2 books I have are 2 books by the same author, which is Carley Fortune. We have Every Summer After. This is her debut novel. I read this, really enjoyed it, gave it a 4.5. And then because I loved it so much, I pre-ordered her new book, This Summer Will Be Different. I also read this in that like new release reading vlog, and this book, like, everybody needs to go read this book. This book is so good. I was obsessed with this book. It has like such a good romance, but it also has such a good female friendship story, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Okay, also the Indigo exclusive edition cover is, I love like the gold so much better than the regular cover that has like the blue writing. I don't know, there's something about the blue writing that I was like, ugh, this is better. It's not that the blue is bad, it's just like this is so much nicer with these like sunset vibes. I'm obsessed. Carley Fortune does have a book in between here called Meet Me at the Lake. They're all standalone stuff, so you don't have to read them in order. But I do plan on reading Meet Me at the Lake at some point, because Carley Fortune books, I am a big fan. Another Canadian author too, we love. This Summer Will Be Different. It's actually set in PEI, and like the PEI vibes are so good. They're amazing. Highly recommend, okay? Also highly recommend PEI. I haven't been there in like a decade, but from what I remember, amazing for a little vacation, okay? This is, again, here are all the books that I have added to my little bookshelf, my collection as of late. I'm having clearly an amazing time with romance. I believe I can now fully call myself a romance girly. I have an entire shelf that's just full of romance books, and I have more pre-ordered, and I have more I want to buy. Like, I am a girl obsessed. So yeah, there we have it. If you happen to like this video, make sure to give it a like, give it a little thumbs up. If you happen to like me, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you. Let me know, how many books have you bought recently? Are you also a victim of the pre-order? Let me know. Have you bought or read any of these books? Let me know if you have. And with that, I hope you're having a wonderful day today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!